Meet Olivia. She's been part of our team for more than 15 years, and at this point, she feels less like a co-worker and more like the steady center everyone naturally gravitates toward. Whenever she takes on a role, any role, she doesn't just complete the tasks. She brings a calm determination that seems to lift everyone around her. What stands out most isn't just her professionalism or consistency, though she has plenty of both. It's her quiet way of being, thoughtful, observant, grounded. People trust her because she's proven time and time again that she will do the right thing even when no one is watching. Leadership depends on her judgment. Teammates rely on her presence. And somehow she never makes a big deal out of any of it. Olivia keeps things moving forward in ways that are easy to miss unless you pause and look. She smooths rough edges without calling attention to herself. She's not just part of the team, she's woven into its foundation. Olivia is now leading a massive project, one worth $50 million, and she's bringing the same clarity and determination that have defined her work for years. What makes this initiative remarkable, it isn't just its scale. It's the sense that it could genuinely shift the direction of the company. She's brought together people from every corner of the organization, connecting teams that rarely interact and sparking real collaboration. Under her guidance, the project is hitting meaningful milestones, each one hinting at the possibility of real change. Her leadership stands out because it's both thoughtful and steady. She sets high expectations, but never loses sight of the people behind the work. And already you can feel the impact. New opportunities emerging, fresh ideas gaining traction, and a sense that this project will leave a lasting mark. Olivia isn't just leading a project, she's shaping what comes next. As the project draws closer to launch, the excitement is almost impossible to ignore. The team feels it in their bones. Months of long nights, problem solving, tiny wins, moments of doubt, and steady progress are all about to culminate in a single moment. Stakeholders and supporters are right there with them, sharing the same mix of pride and anticipation. There's a buzz in the air, the kind that only comes when people know something meaningful is about to happen. Conversations drift back to final details, last adjustments, and the familiar, "Can you believe we're almost there?" reactions. Every hour of preparation has led to this point, and with each passing day, the energy around the launch grows stronger. Soon, the project will step into the spotlight with a debut no one will forget, in a decision that stunned both employees and the industry. The CEO suddenly removed Olivia from her position. After years of dedication and an impeccable track record, she was replaced without warning. To everyone's shock, her successor turned out to be the CEO's nephew, a recent graduate with almost no relevant experience. Speculation spread quickly. People whispered about favoritism, questioned motives, and wondered why leadership would take such a risk. Some even questioned whether personal interests had trumped fairness entirely. The abrupt change left the team shaken and unsure about the future of the project they had poured so much into. Olivia's first reaction was pure shock, followed quickly by anger, disappointment, and a deep sense of betrayal. It wasn't just the decision itself, it was the injustice of it. Instead of acting out of emotion, she forced herself to take a breath, step back, and process what had happened. She knew that reacting impulsively could lead to consequences she wasn't willing to accept, so she gathered her thoughts, letting the initial rush of emotion settle. With determination, she shifted from hurt to clarity, choosing to think strategically about what came next. This moment, painful as it was, became a turning point. Olivia moved quietly, choosing her words and timing with care as she confided in colleagues she trusted. In private conversations, she shared the idea of a new venture, one grounded in possibility and freedom beyond the restrictions of their current roles. Rather than making big promises, Olivia listened, really listened, addressing worries and building trust. She planted seeds gently but purposefully, letting her quiet confidence speak for her. Over time, that confidence began to shift opinions, drawing a small but committed circle of allies to her side. One by one, several team members made the difficult decision to resign and follow Olivia. Each had their own reasons. Some believed wholeheartedly in her leadership and vision for a more collaborative future. Others felt a deep loyalty built over years of working alongside her. A few were simply frustrated with the company's direction and saw an opportunity for something better. Their choices reflected more than career moves. They reflected values, trust, and the hope of building something meaningful alongside someone they believed in. As Olivia and her colleagues began this new chapter, they transitioned to a competing firm, carrying not just their skills, but years of shared experience and teamwork. Their collaboration, carefully developed over countless projects, became a powerful asset in their new environment. Their unity strengthened the competitor's position, but it also underscored something important. Retaining good people matters. Olivia's team brought not only expertise but heart, and their presence made an immediate impact on their new company's success. The mass departure hit the original company hard, much harder than leadership expected. Critical roles were suddenly empty, workflows collapsed, and key project timelines fell into disarray. Without experienced staff to keep things moving, progress slowed dramatically. Remaining employees struggled under the increased workload. Morale dipped. Trust in leadership weakened. Suddenly, conversations about the future weren't hopeful. They were anxious. The project's stability and the company's direction were now in question. The inexperienced nephew quickly became overwhelmed. Without Olivia's seasoned team around him, he faced challenges he didn't know how to navigate. Deadlines slipped, mistakes piled up. Communication with stakeholders faltered. It became painfully clear how much the project had depended on the competence and cohesion of the team that left. His uncertainty only deepened the crisis, and the project began unraveling from the inside. The project had once been full of promise, but a string of poor decisions slowly pushed it off course. Choices were made without proper research. Timelines were set without considering reality, and crucial resources were mismanaged. Communication gaps widened between teams, turning simple misunderstandings into major setbacks. As problems piled up, leadership struggled to adapt. Their responses were too slow, too reactive, and too disconnected from what the team needed. Stakeholder concerns went unanswered, and the project drifted even further away from its goals. Eventually, the damage grew too deep to repair. What began with high hopes ended in collapse. The failed project carried a heavy price. Financial losses stacked up, money sunk into development, lost revenue, and penalties from contracts that couldn't be fulfilled. But the damage didn't stop there. The company's reputation took a major hit. Clients questioned whether they could rely on a firm that allowed such a disaster to unfold. Trust eroded inside the company too, as employees worried not just about leadership, but about their own futures. It became painfully evident that a single project failure can ripple outward, affecting everything from morale to stability to the public's perception of a company. As the CEO reflected on what had happened, a harsh truth began to set in. Favoring a family member over a qualified leader hadn't just derailed the project, it had damaged the company's culture and shaken trust across the organization. The office atmosphere shifted, morale plummeted. Talented employees left, searching for stability elsewhere. The financial losses were significant, but the reputational damage cut even deeper. Only then did the CEO realize just how steep the cost of nepotism truly was. Repairing the consequences would require time, humility, and real change. Olivia's leadership had always been grounded in careful planning and a clear, forward-looking vision. She approached challenges from every angle, balancing data with intuition. And she communicated her strategies in a way that made people feel included, like they were part of something that mattered. She built trust not by demanding loyalty, but by inspiring it. Her management style centered on empowerment. She encouraged people to take ownership of their work and believed in their abilities even when they doubted themselves. That belief created a team, united not just by tasks, but by purpose. Her consistency, clarity, and genuine respect for others made her someone people willingly followed. When the competitor acquired Olivia and her team, it marked a real turning point. Their arrival didn't just fill open roles, it brought fresh thinking, new energy, and a deep well of experience. With Olivia guiding strategy, the company now had a chance to tap into new markets, attract new clients, and push boundaries. As the team settled into their new roles, their influence became visible, collaboration strengthened, innovation surfaced, projects moved faster. Observers could already sense that this infusion of talent was reshaping the competitor's future in a meaningful way. Leadership carries an enormous responsibility to make decisions that genuinely serve the organization, not personal interests. When leaders prioritize relationships or favoritism over merit, the entire system suffers quietly at first, and then all at once. Employees lose trust, motivation drops, innovation slows. People begin to question whether their efforts even matter if opportunities aren't earned fairly. The takeaway is clear. Fairness and meritocracy aren't just good ethics. They're essential building blocks for a healthy, high-performing workplace. Olivia's departure has had a noticeable effect on the company's culture and overall morale. As a respected leader, her presence fostered a sense of stability and open communication within the team. Many employees have expressed feelings of uncertainty and concern about the future direction of the organization. Informal feedback suggests that some team members are experiencing decreased motivation and engagement. The leadership transition has also prompted discussions about the company's core values and how they will be upheld moving forward. While change can be challenging, it also presents an opportunity for growth and renewed focus on collaboration. Olivia's departure left a visible mark on the company's culture. She had been a stabilizing force, someone who encouraged open communication and calm, thoughtful problem solving. Without her, uncertainty crept in. Employees began questioning both the company's direction and the values driving leadership. Some team members felt less motivated, unsure whom to trust or what future they were working toward. Yet, in that uncertainty, a new conversation began. What did the company truly stand for, and how would it move forward? Even though change was difficult, it created space for reflection and the chance to rebuild. Olivia's journey is a reminder of what resilience truly looks like. Throughout her career, she faced challenges that would have discouraged many, yet she navigated each one with a strong moral compass and a steady commitment to doing what was right. The fallout from leadership's poor decisions didn't just affect the project, it affected people. And still, Olivia chose integrity over resentment. As the company worked to rebuild trust, her story became a quiet beacon of what ethical leadership can accomplish. Her path shows that accountability, in a world where business evolves constantly, experience, loyalty, and strategic thinking are more valuable than ever. Experience brings depth. Loyalty builds trust. Strategic insight helps organizations see around corners, anticipate challenges, and seize opportunities before they pass. When leaders recognize and nurture these qualities, they set the stage for long-term growth and resilience. And when they ignore them, even the strongest structures can crumble. Ultimately, it's the combination of these attributes and the people who embody them that drives meaningful progress and lasting success.